What do you say? What more needs to be said? What kind of comments would you like me to make about this game? There's plenty of basketball for us to get to. There's plenty of in-depth discussion to have. Nuggets defense, 67 points in the first half, less than 50 in the second half. Michael Porter Jr. looks pretty freaking good. Yes, absolutely. Jamal Murray played well. Didn't even have to play half the fourth quarter. Aaron Gordon looks really good. Denver Nuggets, they're 21-13. There's plenty to talk about. KCP, best fit. Best fit I could have imagined for a two-guard. Best fit I could have imagined for a two-guard. Bruce Brown, incredible. Incredible. Great defense tonight. Damian Lillard, another great game versus the Denver Nuggets. Another 40-piece versus the Denver Nuggets. Plenty to discuss. Deke Naji and Vlako Chanchar. It's a great front court. A great front court. I love that front court. Having Zeke Naji and Vlako Chanchar, excellent. Love it. Truly love it. What else? Bones Highland still looking for a shot, but you can see Bones Highland with KCP, with Bruce Brown, with Zeke Naji and Vlako Chanchar. I can see the vision. I can see the vision for why that will be a good bench unit. Good offensive player when he's shooting well, next to very good defensive player. Put Christian Brown in if you want for KCP, if you want to save KCP some minutes and expand it to a 10-man rotation. I can believe it. I can buy into it. I really could. There's so many different ways that we can go talk about this game. There are so many different things we could be discussing, but there's something that I haven't brought up yet. I don't know. I don't know how to talk about it. At this point, what is it that you want me to say? At this point, what is it you want me to say? I've been having this conversation with you all on this channel for quite some time. I have been declaring this, really since I started the channel. But there's something different about that man, Nikola Jokic. Whenever there seems to be a player rising over the last 3 years, since I started this channel, December 23rd, 2020, I told you by December 29th, he might win an MVP after that Houston Rockets game. He had 18 assists. We were right. He won an MVP. The next year, after about 15 games, I said, I don't know, dog. Like, I know people don't want him to win another MVP, but he might win another MVP. And then he goes out, averages 27, 14, and 8, and wins another MVP. And I remember specifically, I said, man, I don't know. The Denver Nuggets are on pace to win 57-plus games. They're the number one seed, and Jokic has around a 70% true shooting. I think he could win 3 straight MVPs. No, that's ridiculous. He's not joining Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and Larry Bird. No, he's not one of those players. That's not the kind of player that he is. Swipa, don't be so ridiculous. Swipa, that's too much fandom. I really don't know what to say. I never would have said at any point in time that Jokic would be a double MVP. I mean, honestly, like in 2018-19, I was happy with him being 4th in the MVP ballot and being an all-NBA level player. But then something happened. Jokic changed. And he gave you 26, 11, and 8. Jokic changed, gave you 27, 14, and 8. And then Jokic changed again to give you 25, 11, and 10. Y'all, tonight Jokic had 36 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 12 of 12 from the 2-point line. 12 of 12 from the 2-point line. 1 of 2 from the 3-point line. And I mean, this was a heave. He only shot this because he had to. It was a heave. It was a heave that Jamal Murray gave him the ball, basically gave him a grenade, and he shot it up. He was in 9 of 10 from the free throw line, and he missed that shot, and I was like, man, I hope Jokic doesn't miss free throws tonight. And then, of course, 9 of 10. Y'all, he had a 97.8 true shooting. Let me say it again. He had a 98.7% true shooting. Y'all, what are we doing? Oh, and this is just 34 minutes, by the way. Somebody reminded me. This is only 34 minutes. This is just 34 minutes. Only 34 minutes. I'm going to add that in there. Thanks for the shout out. Thank you for the shout out. I'm going to add that in there because we need context that this is not like he was just out here just, getting garbage time minutes. It wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all. This was all within the context and the flow of a game. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I mean, what do you even say, y'all? Honestly, like, what is there to add to the discussion? What is there to say? 97.8% true shooting. 97.8% true shooting. So what are we having a discussion about exactly? I truly just think, man, that there is just a way about Jokic that we just need to have a different kind of discussion. Right now, Jokic is also leading the MVP tracker. He's leading the MVP ladder. I don't know what to say. Jokic is, and I'm not saying this because they're the same level of player. I'm saying this because what it feels like is Jokic is in that LeBron like level era where it's like he legit could win the MVP every single year. That's how it feels. Now it doesn't mean he will, but it's like when LeBron was in his prime, I felt every year that at the end of that season he should win MVP because he is the best player in the NBA. And the thing is, Jokic is getting so much pushback from so many different people, and a lot of it comes down to the fact that I think people just have a really hard time with him as a player, and they don't know what to do about it. I think a lot of people really struggle with Jokic's game, how he looks, but there's just something different about him. Like, I don't know what to say. I think that the Nuggets are the best team in the West. I've said this. I think they might be the best team in the NBA. And this is no kind of like slander towards the Celtics or towards the Warriors, the Grizzlies. But there is just something distinctively different about the Denver Nuggets this year. There's something distinctively different about Jokic this year. There's something distinctively different about the way the team is playing and about how they feel this year. Because they're playing with a level of confidence right now that I have personally never seen the Nuggets operate with. Now, the 2009 Denver Nuggets team, sure. If people want to say that, if they want to say that 2009 team, no issues with it whatsoever. But the facts are the facts are the facts. Jokic right now on the season is averaging 25 points per game, 11 rebounds a game, 9.8 assists per game. 9.8. And he has a 69.8% true shooting, y'all. This is basically like Rudy Gobert dunker spot season-long true shooting. Nick Claxton's dunks season-long true shooting. Like, this is what he's doing. Y'all, on the season, he's shooting 63% from the field, but it's way better from the two-point line. I think like 66% almost. He's shooting 37% from three, 82% from the free throw line. Like, what are we doing? And then over the last, what is this, 5 games? He's averaging 23.2, 11.8 assists, 13.2 rebounds, and he's shooting 86% from the free throw line, 54.5% from three, and he's shooting 74% from the field. Jokic has missed 4 shots in his last 2 games. He's missed 8 shots in his last 3 games. And then he didn't miss a shot. Jokic has missed 15 shots in his last 5 games. I don't know if you heard me say what I just said, but Nikola Jokic has missed 15 shots in his last 5 games. So, you know, the saying is, it is what it is. And it just does what it does. This is the situation we're in. Jokic is the best player in the NBA. I had someone, Richard Jefferson and I got in a back and forth about Giannis offensively, and he thinks that Giannis is on par with Jokic. And, there's some another media writer that felt similar, and I just fully disagree. There's just nothing. There's nothing about it. There's nothing close. Right now, it's Luka. If you want to say Luka, I have no issues. Steph when he's fully healthy, obviously, but Jokic is in a different class of its own right now. And we just never seen it. And I think it's great as other people are playing. Alfred Şengün had, I love Alfie too. He had 33, 15, and 5. Great. Had his first triple-double, 10, 10, and 10 the game before that. You got your Sabonis. So they're a prototype, 18, 12, and 7 for Sabonis. They're absolutely prototype, but there's just something else, though. There's just something else, though, that Jokic is doing that it's just unprecedented. Like, it's literally unprecedented. There's never been someone with over 15 shots a game to have a 70% true shooting, or even a 60 or higher than a 67 in Steph Curry's 2015-16 year. And that's what he's doing. And that's exactly what he's doing. So I didn't start off the episode today with Jokic because, I feel like, we do that often. But, I think he's been back. Since he's been back from COVID, I think it's 27 games. So since he's come back from COVID, he's averaging 27 points a game, 11.7 rebounds per game, 10.2 assists per game while shooting, 63.5% from the field, 41% from three, 80% from the line, and a plus 255 since coming back from COVID. Last 10 games, again, 24, 11, and 11, 90% from the line, 48% from three, and 66% from the field. And he's a plus 116. So anyway, y'all, that's it. We talked about him. We said our piece. Yeah, I mean, it's just Jokic is the best player in the NBA right now. Man, I enjoy having the discussions with people, but I just think that at some point, Richard Jefferson said, he's going to win 3 MVPs, and no one's at any point in time going to consider him the best player in the NBA. And I think that's actually a fault of the people watching the sport. Then that's a fault of the people that are writing, that are covering the game. That if you think that somebody can win 3 straight MVPs in your league and they not be the best player in the NBA, that also goes to show you there's a disconnect, because that's not how things work. Well, what about LeBron? LeBron should have won 3, and he should have won 5 in a row. From 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, all should have been LeBron. Michael Jordan should have won more than what he won. This is that simple. They shouldn't have lost it. Curry didn't win it because he had Durant that next year. Giannis didn't win it because Jokic existed, and that's why Giannis didn't win. But outside of that, there's no reason. You don't tell, like, okay, Michael, you can't keep winning because there's just too many MVPs. What does that mean? Michael's the best player of all time. LeBron James, just too many. You can't win 5 MVPs in a row. Why? Top 2 player all time. Best career ever. Kareem, you're too good. What does that even mean? Larry, you're too good. What does that mean? Jokic is that good. That's it. It's over. Like, there's never been an offensive 3-year stretch at the efficiency that he's doing it. It just hasn't existed. And among bigs especially. Look, I want to be real. Jason Tatum played really well this year. Embiid's played really well this year. Steph Curry's played really well this year. Who else has been? Luke has been excellent this year. Giannis has been really good, even if he's dropped offensively this year. Who else has been great this year? Donovan Mitchell has been really good in spots. Ja Morant's been really good this year. There's plenty of really good players. But guess what? There were plenty of Hall of Famers around when Jordan was in his prime. And there's plenty of Hall of Famers that were in the league when LeBron was in his prime. But like that doesn't distract from the fact that those players are still those players. And what's happened is Jokic has ascended. And because Jokic has ascended, people have problems with how he's ascended. A second round pick, he wasn't stamped. 41st overall pick, wasn't stamped. Didn't come in the league flaming statistically. Wasn't stamped. Didn't get his first NBA start till December 15, 2016. Was not stamped. Came into the NBA. Anthony Davis and Boogie Cousins were considered to be better when he was in his youth. At 2018-19, had a nice little run, averaged 20, 10, and 7, first team All-NBA, 25, 13, and 8 in the playoff, but still wasn't stamped. Lost to Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum in the second round in 7 games. Wasn't stamped. Went to the bubble. Wasn't better than Anthony Davis for a lot of people. And LeBron James wasn't stamped. And then all of a sudden, the second round pick, 41st in the NBA draft, goes and wins an MVP in a COVID-flaked year, plays 72 games, 26, 10.8, 26, 11, and 8. Embiid only plays 51 games that year. He only won because of injuries, wasn't stamped. The next year, 27, 14, and 8, no Murray, no Porter, 48 wins, loses to the champions in the first round, 31, 13, and 6 on 63% true shooting, was not stamped. This year, that same not stamped back-to-back MVP that was never fully stamped walked into the NBA. No way he could win 3 straight MVPs. No way. Voter fatigue like a mug. Was not stamped. Best player in the NBA, 25, 11, and 10 on 70% true shooting, 31 and 13 record, best plus minus in the NBA, all the raw data, all the advanced stats, elevating KCP, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Blacko Chanchar, Zeke Naji, Jeff Green, Christian Brown, doesn't matter, is not stamped. So that's why people have an issue with the conversation. Giannis didn't get stamped till he won a championship and put 50 up in a game 6, so I get it. You got to get it done. But the problem is Jokic doesn't have the appeal. Doesn't have the appeal of a two-way player. So therefore, he's not going to get the same level of love. So I got it. If you're just that big on two-way, then I guess that's why people still think Anthony Davis is a better overall player. If you're that stamped on two-way, that's why people thought Kawhi Leonard was a better player even after the bubble. If you're that stamped on two-way, that's why a lot of people are having a lot of recognizing the fact that Jokic just might be better than Giannis Antetokounmpo right now. Therefore, he ain't stamped. Because you can't do it both sides of the floor, and you look the way he does because, again, he looks slow, looks unathletic. Oh, he can't jump over a curb, over a phone book. Everybody brings that up all the time. Therefore, he is not stamped. The only way you get stamped in the NBA for a lot of people is by winning a championship. But the facts are the facts are the facts. You win 3 straight MVPs, and you still ain't stamped among media members and NBA circles and fans, that ain't your problem. Because there's only 3 other people to ever do it. And those are all top 11 all-time level players, all top 10, all top 12, wherever you got Wilt, wherever you got him, wherever you got Kareem, wherever you got Bill Russell. Jokic is saying that I'm going to finish my career around them with Shaq and Bill and Wilt and Kareem. That's what his career is arcing toward. But the problem is that people don't want to deal with the fact that a generational player who George Karl said can in the top 10 all time. By the way, George Karl on my last episode with him said he could possibly finish a top 5 all-time player with at least 2 or 3 championships. He said that. Hall of Fame head coach. The facts are the facts are the facts. He isn't stamped. Therefore, people ain't got him in that straight tier. That's the problem. So I ain't tripping, bro. It come with the territory. But you ain't going to sit here and tell me Shaq, Kareem, Wilt, Bill. And Jokic is saying that I'm going to knock on that door at the end of my career because you don't win. Man, I'm telling y'all, bro. I want the Nuggets to be healthy because I want them to go into a series fully healthy versus a fully healthy West. I want Phoenix to be healthy. I want the Lakers to be healthy. I want the Warriors to be healthy. I want the Suns to be healthy. But I want there to be no excuses. I don't want no toe on the line, Kevin Durant excuse. I don't want no James Harden, Kyrie excuse. I want the Denver Nuggets to play against everybody at their best and beat them. Because I'm from the city. Robert Pack, Antonio McDyke, Nick Van Exel, Dave. 303 is my city. My city. I was born and raised in Park Hill, Colorado. That's my stamp. I'm there. So this is lifelong, bro. This ain't nothing new. This is not nothing new. This is lifelong. So for the fact for Jokic to be in this tier, for him to be doing this, never before seen, there's another discussion that needs to be had. So look, tell your friend, tell your homies, tell your lady, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your uncle, tell your auntie, tell your grandma, your grandmother, tell the friend down the street, tell your neighbor, tell the person you work with, tell the person at the coffee shop, tell your mailman, mailwoman, tell the person that gives you your bread at the bakery, tell the butcher who gives you your meat, tell all the people who help to put up your stuff, to bag your groceries when you go to the store. Tell everybody that this dude that you're watching right here is generational and you better enjoy the ride because everybody's going to say what they want to say. But if your player could win 3 straight MVPs, they would have did it. The only 2 people that I excuse from that is LeBron James and Michael Jordan because they could have won, they should have won. The fact of the matter is, this is it. This is it. Unprecedented. So let's move on. Michael Porter Jr. tonight. 23 points and 4 rebounds, 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 0 turnovers, plus 21. Plus 21. Michael Porter Jr. looked excellent. And I had a debate, got a little too spirited with some friends of mine, where I tried to explain why Michael Porter Jr. coming back for the Denver Nuggets has improved their defense so much. And people were saying, well, Michael Porter Jr. is a fraud. He can't play defense. He's not this and that. He doesn't add any value. But the fact is just they are better with Michael Porter Jr. on the court. They are, offense and defense. It doesn't look pretty all the time. I get that. He gets lost sometimes. I get that. But that's who he is. That's who he is. So they're better with him. And he was lights out tonight. When you double Jokic like they tried to do today, Michael Porter Jr. was right there. 4 of 6 from 3. Don't double Jokic. We had this discussion. When Jokic has a complimentary players around him like this, it's over. It's over. Michael Porter Jr., 23-4, 9 of 13, 4 6, plus 21. And I love Michael Porter. Y'all know how I feel about Michael Porter Jr. I think Michael Porter Jr. is like that. If he's fully healthy and he gets to his peak, I think he's an all-NBA level player. Eventually, if he continues to if he has the blessings of God for his body to continue to develop and stay healthy, I fully believe in Michael. I always have. He wants to be better. He wants to play defense. He wants to lock in. He loves playing with Jokic and Murray and Gordon and KCP. He buys in. People are so hard on him. He buys in. He wants to do it. He cares. We spoke to his father. We spoke to Senior. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. He loves what he does. He loves the process. He loves basketball. He loved basketball. So again, man, I love Porter, man. I want to see him healthy, man. I want to see him win a championship, being a 3rd player, 2nd player some nights, 4th player some nights, 5th player some nights, because he's willing to adjust. That's the great thing about Porter. He'll go from being your 2nd best player to your 5th best player like that. Without complaining, by the way. Love Porter. Jamal Murray tonight, 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists on 6 of 15 shooting, 3 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 block, 2 steals, plus 13. Only played 30 minutes tonight. I think there's a chance Jamal Murray might play tomorrow. I think there's a chance Jamal Murray could play tomorrow because he only played 30 minutes tonight. He didn't play the last 6 minutes, basically 7 minutes, well, really 8 minutes of the 4th quarter because they just didn't need him. Bruce Brown's playing so well. So Jamal could play. He was playmaking at a really high level today. Jamal Murray, I want to say in the first quarter is when he did all this work. Jamal Murray in the first quarter had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists on 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, and he was a plus 5. He had 11, 2, and 4 in the first quarter and finished with 17, 5, and 7. So he was playing really well when he was playing. So really good shout out to Jamal Murray tonight. Again, plus 13 for him, plus 21 from Porter, and a plus 19 from Jokic. Aaron Gordon almost had a triple-double tonight, had 11 points, 32 minutes, 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists with great defense. 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 7 straight made free throws, by the way, from Aaron Gordon. Oh, by the way, 1 block, 1 steal, plus 20. 1 block, 1 steal, plus 20 for Aaron Gordon. Say less. Aaron Gordon's been incredible. I don't know if they're going to give him an all-star bid. I've been advocating for it online, and I know people view some of my tweets because I've seen them pop up in some places, and I've seen other people say something about it. So I think Mark Jackson said it, that if they're the number 1 seed and they don't have another all-star, that looks real funny. That just looks really funny if you're the number 1 seed with 1 all-star. So what I'm then hearing is that Jokic is so good that he's elevating a team on non-all-stars. So, whatever that it will fit whatever agenda you want to push or whatever. I think AG should be an all-star. If he's not an all-star, then Jokic is elevating a team to first place with whatever. So great game from Gordon. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, excellent defense tonight. 9 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 1 block, but 3 steals. Plus 16. His defense is incredible. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is incredible on the defensive end. He is absolutely incredible. Once again, the Denver Nuggets gave up, what is that? 46 points in the second half, y'all. They gave up 46 points in the second half, gave up 67 points in the first half. By the time the starters went out, the score was 120 to 104. 120 to 104. By the way, Damian Lillard had a great game tonight. 44 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists on 12 of 20. 12 of 20 from the field for Damian Lillard. But guess what? 6 of 12 from 3, 14 of 14 from the free throw line. That's great. Minus 20. The third lowest, the third highest plus minus. The third highest plus minus. The third highest plus minus. Minus 20 for Damian Lillard. This is a part of the strategy. Is the Denver Nuggets know that Damian Lillard, let him go off, let him do his thing. He's a great individual player. I love Dame. I think he's the top 12 level player. I really do. But fine, go off. Go off. Jake Coyne tonight. Let me share this with y'all. Jake Coyne tonight, he shared this nice little graphic. Tonight was the 5th time in Damian Lillard's career that he scored 40-plus points in a loss to the Denver Nuggets, including the playoffs. He is the only player in NBA history to score 40 or more points against the Nuggets and lose at least 5 times. 40 points against the Nuggets, 5 different times. 40 points against the Nuggets 5 different times, and 5 separate losses. What is the strategy? What is the strategy? Let Dame cook. Dame is great. Let him cook. Let him cook. But then when they needed to lock in defensively, they did. And that's what they did. They locked in defensively. That's exactly what happened. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. Great game from the starters. The starters were a plus 19 in Jokic, plus 16 in Pope, plus 20 in Gordon, plus 21 in Porter, plus 13 in Murray. Bruce Brown, excellent game off the bench. 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist in 29 minutes. He was a 5 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 1 block, 1 steal, great defense, plus 5 off the bench. Love it. Blacko Chanchar, 1 rebound, 2 assists. He was a minus 11, didn't play really well tonight. Bones Highland, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 7 from the field, 1 from 3, 1 block, minus 7. Zeke Naji had 7 points and 6 rebounds. Now, he was a minus 10, but I was actually really impressed with Zeke Naji tonight. Christian Brown played, Davon Reed, Jack White, Davon Reed, Brown, and Jack White. They all played garbage time. Didn't mean anything. The Nuggets shot 50% from the field tonight on 44 of 88. They shot 34% from 3, 11 of 32. And they shot 82% at the line on 23 of 28, not bad. But the Blazers shot 46% from the field on 38 of 83, 33% from 3 on 13 of 40, and 96% from the line on 24-25. Wow. The Blazers had 11 turnovers. The Nuggets had 13 turnovers. The Nuggets had 11. The Blazers had 21 assists. ISO ball. The Nuggets had 32 assists. I think they're 10-0, maybe now 11-0 when they have 30 or more assists. The Nuggets had 42 rebounds. The Blazers had 35 rebounds. The Nuggets had 11 offensive rebounds. The Blazers had 5 offensive rebounds. The Nuggets had 6 blocks to the Blazers 4. The Nuggets had 15 personal fouls to the Blazers 24. And the Nuggets had 2 technical fouls to the Blazers 3. So there you go. There you go. The Denver Nuggets get another excellent win. They have won 7 straight, and I think this is 13 straight home games, maybe 14 straight home games, 7 straight for sure. So really good game from them, to say the least. A really good game from the Denver Nuggets, y'all. So I would, if y'all, maybe one of y'all wants to clip and share that that little Jokic rant I went on, because that's probably worth something. It's probably worth a little something. But I just feel like, you know, the NBA can have to accept it. Fans are going to have to accept it. 14 straight. Thank you. Thank you, Nikola. I appreciate that. 14 straight. KCP got the defensive player of the game chain. Excellent. Absolutely. And then we got another one, KT Mac. Weird that he scores 40, so it comes up minus 20. Again, that's how it works, man. That's the Nuggets game plan, y'all. So Swipa gang, hey, y'all, we're on the way to 10,000 subscribers. I know we can get there, y'all. Like this channel, share the channel. We're continuing to get there, man. We are getting there slowly but surely, trying to put out great content for you all. We are on the 13, making 3 straight MVPs. Incredible performance for the Denver Nuggets tonight. Shout out Swipa gang. Hey, y'all know what time it is. I will see y'all soon.